it on? Yeah, I guess so. Hi guys, how are you? I know it's been like a super long time since I recorded a video of me doing anything other than my reviews of the hip pads, which are great. But I haven't vlogged in forever. I want to say like a year. Well, I don't think I've actually ever done a vlog. But excuse the plant here. I actually have my phone in the planter. It's the only thing that I could find that will hold up the phone while I'm sitting here talking. So I guess that kind of adds some depth of field or something. I don't know. And of course, I'm not made up or I just have on a baggy t-shirt that my mom got from, I think it was Gatlinburg. Yeah, I think. I'm not sure. But I know I had kind of touched on that a lot has been going on or has gone on since I was last recording. And I apologize for not really being consistent with that whatsoever because I have not. But to kind of get you up to speed, I had started doing hormones about 3 years ago, again, for like the second or third time. That was abrupt because at the end of February of last year, I got married to my boyfriend of the time of 3 years. And then shortly thereafter, in June, we broke up. So he decided he wanted other things, and I wish, he had told me beforehand, before getting married, but he didn't, so that was that. Now, kind of building up to that, my two best friends, who I consider brothers, and I call them my brothers, we were all living together. And they, of course, got stuck in the middle of this, or at least saw everything that was going on. So one of them, he just was fed up, so he packed up his car and then drove back to Cincinnati to live. And with that, my other best friend drove back with him just to help him drive, because it's a good 2-3 day drive from here, from Phoenix, Metro Phoenix. So while he was there, he interviewed for a job and got it. So that was the end of April, beginning of May. And then, of course, everything blew up, and I broke up with my husband in the end of June. And by that time, my other brother, who was still living with us, had already ordered his pod and was in the process. He was going to be moving. So when that came to a head, I basically said, you know what? I'm going to go back with him. So he was nice enough to let me put what I could of my stuff onto the pod. And my mom flew my cousin out, and then my friend's mom also flew out on the same flight. And then the four of us drove back a week later after we had broken up. So we split ways. So I moved in with my mom back in Cincinnati. And I kind of think it was a blessing in disguise, because my grandma had moved in with my mom 4 years ago. Well, actually 5 now. Maybe 6. I've lost count. Probably 6 years ago. And my mom had always... my grandma was doing pretty good, and she was 95. But one day, her bowels got obstructed and they were blocked, so she couldn't go to the bathroom. I probably shouldn't be saying all that, but oh well, here I am. So within a day and a half, she was gone. So I was really lucky to be there to spend those last 2 months of her life with her. And I cannot thank the universe for that happening. So I kind of see my breakup and my divorce as like the silver lining and or a blessing in disguise, because I got to spend those last 2 months of my grandma's life with her. Fast forwarding a bit, I got back on with my old job at Target in Cincinnati, because I've worked there before. Worked there, And okay, getting back to what I was saying, just gonna switch the camera here. My mom had always said that when Grandma passed, she was going to sell the house because the neighborhood we were in wasn't the best. It's been going downhill for some while, and she's wanted to move. My brother, actual brother, he lives just on the other side of Dayton. So my mom had always said, well, not always said, but now that he has her grandkids, that she wanted to be closer to them. So we had been fixing up the house like since February into April. She listed it in April and it sold in 2 hours. We were like in total shock because we always thought, we thought it would take maybe 2 weeks, a month tops before it would sell. 2 hours when it went online, it was gone. So, in a good way, but it also kind of just caught us by surprise. So at that point, I said, I'm going to go back to Phoenix because I love it here. I'm originally from here. I love my mom, and I'm very, very close to my mom and my brother and my niece and nephew, but I just couldn't see myself living where they were because there's not a lot there. And it's a drive to get to any kind of food or shopping or, anything of that nature. So I decided I wanted to come back to Phoenix. So I did. I drove, it took me 2 days to get here. And one of my best friends drove with me. And I moved in with a friend. That didn't work out. And I had actually transferred with Target to another store that I had already worked here. So I transferred back to that store. So yeah, so I was living with a friend and it didn't work out. And so I ended up moving across town, like a good 30 minutes to my dad's. So I'm living with my dad at this point. And my job is on a good day without traffic, a good 45 minutes away. So that's been a bit of a struggle, but it's not awful. It's just when I'm scheduled to come during rush hour, it has taken up to 2 hours to get to work, and I was late, of course, by 45 minutes. So, next week, I put in for a transfer to a store that's like super close to here, and it went through. So this is my last week at my current store, so no more long commute, although I will miss that store because I love that store, and I fought to get back onto that particular store because I loved it there, and I love the people who work there, and the majority are still there. But at this store, it's like an 8-minute drive. So my commute and gas consumption will be down significantly because I'm spending over $100 a month in gas just to get to and from work. Now it'll probably be a tank every 2 weeks, if that, unless I decide to just drive up that way. So, and I've been seeing someone. I've been dating him since June. It is now the end of October. So we've been dating for a while now. And lately, after seeing a lot of my friends, trans friends, who have been on a hormone replacement therapy, have seen their changes and stuff, I realized how much I want to get back on hormones because because I never really got far enough to really notice significant changes in my body. And I know it's different with everybody. No one's changes are going to be the same as someone else's. Everyone's DNA and chemical makeup and is different. So, it's kind of dependent on how your family, your biological family, how those women are built and into kind of how you may or may not develop. I'm adopted, so I have no idea what my birth parents look like and my birth mother, so I have no idea how this will come out for me. If she was thin and athletic with very small chest, I don't think I'll see a whole lot of changes, but I also am I have a gut per se. I won't say I'm the most masculine person in the world, but I'm also not the most feminine looking, I guess. Although I will say I'm quite lucky. I could have a more square jawline, although I've seen some women who've got some pretty square jawlines and they're still just as beautiful. With just beauty and everything. But I lucked out. My voice totally, I guess sometimes I feel like I'm more masculine than I really do. So sometimes I'm a little more self-conscious, but I know there are T-girls who, it's really obvious, and I just, I guess I'm blessed to have this voice. But I've never really ever had a masculine sounding voice because I've never really let it get that way. I can if I want to, but I really don't care to. It can go kind of deep, like I can get into a DB register, but I don't know. I've always just been here. This is how I've always sounded. So, yay me. I'm rambling at this point, but I really want to get onto that. And so when I start again, this time I'm going to go the doctor route and not do the herbals like I had before, because as much as I love the idea of the herbals, excuse me, they're really expensive. It was upwards of maybe $200 a month or $200 for a 60-day supply, in which I cannot afford right now. Now, luckily, being Native American, I have free healthcare, so I can just go into my doctor and sit down and talk to her and then hash it all out, get my blood tested, make sure, well, I won't say it won't happen, but just to, I don't know. And then, of course, once I start, like I said, I better. I know you guys will hold me to it. I'm going to be vlogging the process, just so you guys can see the progress, because as I've seen a lot of trans girl vloggers and guys, trans guys, I've watched a lot of those videos too, and seeing their progress month to month, or, bi-monthly or quarterly, half a year, whatever, in excess of a year, just seeing the progress that those people have. And some of them started out a lot more masculine than I am, and seeing the progression of their transition and how much they feminized, to me is like, oh my God, I'm so envious. So I kind of want to start that process again. Now, like I said, luckily for me, I've never been overly masculine, although I will say I have broad shoulders, but I'm not muscular in any way. I don't have like really muscular arms, or I know they're a little thick, but they're not muscular in any way, I don't think. I do have this gut, so attractive, and I have pencil thin legs. I've always been, even when I was skinny, that's how I was. But right now I am 5'9", 5 feet 9 inches tall. I am, as of this morning, 198 pounds, 198.6 pounds. So I'm hoping that some of this fat will redistribute, move to other places that are more, that are in places of a woman. I'm hoping for that. Of course, that's no guarantee. I know it never is. Yeah. So now that I've got you guys caught up as to what has been going on the past year and a half or more, I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on. I know people have been asking about me and, are you okay? Are you okay? I miss you vlogging and I miss your videos. So that's not what I want to do. And I didn't want to get all dolled up because, I love the people who do that. Like, they've got like perfect backgrounds of their videos. They've got their makeup, their hair, their clothes. Not that that's a bad thing, but for me, I want to be real with you. And I wanted to vlog in this moment because I had the time and I wanted to be the real me. Not that I love wearing makeup, I really do. But it's kind of silly to do it now when I have to take a shower anyway, and I've got laundry going over here in the background. My work clothes, because I have to get ready for work soon. I need a shower and all stuff, so I really didn't see. But this is who I am, and I want you to see me for who I am. And yes, when I'm outside in public, I do get dressed up, but as I'm sitting here in the house, I'll wear a baggy t-shirt and some boy shorts and just lounge around with my hair up as so attractive as you can tell. But yeah, I just wanted to do that, and I'm gonna cut this video now because I'm just rambling at this point, and I will definitely see you guys soon. Once I make an appointment to go to the doctor, I will let you guys know about that, and then I don't know if I'll vlog during my appointment, but I will definitely vlog after. And yeah, so if there's any particular content you want to see, now that my schedule has lightened up a bit, I'm not nearly as busy as I was before, but we will be getting busier because of the holidays are coming up. So, shut up, Jay, shut up. Anyway, if you want to see anything in particular, just let me know. Comment below, all that stuff, and subscribe. I don't know where it is if you're on an iPhone or Android or your computer or tablet. somewhere around the perimeter of this box, you'll see a subscribe button, and subscribe if you want to. I'm not going to make you do it. I can't tell you to do anything. Anyway, I will talk to you guys soon.